Today, we will be comparing and contrasting the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. First, we will start with the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is a subdivision of the autonomic nervous system, which is involved in regulating autonomic processes. The sympathetic nervous system is involved in preparing the body for stress-related activities, and it slows bodily processes that are less important in emergencies, such as digestion. These are processes which are not under direct conscious control, occurring automatically without conscious thought. The sympathetic nervous system typically functions in actions requiring quick responses. The sympathetic nervous system is activated. Many things can happen within the body. Think about a time when something scared you. What happened to your body? This is a simple way to remember the responses your body produces when the sympathetic nervous system is activated. A few examples include your heart rate begins to increase, your pupils dilate, your sweat glands begin to secrete, your muscles become dilated, your alertness increases, your digestion slows or stops, and the bladder relaxes. For homeostasis to be achieved, the sympathetic nervous system can control the body temperature of organisms through the use of fat reserves in the body. The sympathetic nervous system uses these reserves to increase the production of heat and through changing the flow of blood to the skin. The sympathetic nervous system is also able to stimulate the sweat glands to enable the body to cool down, as well as being able to stimulate fatty acid release to instigate the long-term responses to persistent periods of cold. The sympathetic nervous system can also have effects on the cardiovascular system within the body. There are several instances where this is evident. This comes into play when exercising because the heart rate needs to increase. It also occurs when changing posture, meaning a person is going from a sitting to a standing position. It is also important when transitioning from sleep to being aware. These changes via the sympathetic nervous system are necessary, especially when changing positions. Otherwise, this can cause dizziness and fainting. The primary function of the sympathetic nervous system is to activate the fight or flight response in threatening situations. For instance, if walking alone down a dark street all by yourself and a stranger comes up to you, your body responds in a way that enables you to either run away from the situation or stay and fight. In this situation, the sympathetic nervous system would trigger responses such as causing the eyes to dilate and your heart rate to increase. These automatic responses to a scary situation are essential to a human's survival. Back in the day, the sympathetic nervous system would have been used to fight off prey or for hunting. More modern-day stressors like financial stressors or work stress can also stimulate the sympathetic nervous system. When a stressful situation arises, the amygdala, which is an area of the brain associated with fear and emotions, will send a distress signal to the hypothalamus, which is a structure of the brain associated with maintaining homeostasis. Specific impulses are then transmitted through the sympathetic nervous system to the adrenal glands, which pumps adrenaline through the bloodstream. This then initiates the physiological changes needed in order to prepare the body for fight or flight. The reactions brought about by the sympathetic nervous system result in heightened awareness and preparation for combat or to run. Once the threat has been resolved, the parasympathetic nervous system takes over and returns bodily functions to a relaxed state.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the other main subdivision of the autonomic nervous system. And just like the sympathetic nervous system, this too helps to regulate your autonomic processes in the body. Instead of initiating your flight and fight activities, the parasympathetic nervous system focuses more on your rest and digest activities. So it helps to slow down those bodily functions that were previously activated by your sympathetic nervous system. And the main reason for this is to conserve energy and just let your body kind of relax a little bit more. Just like the sympathetic nervous system, these processes are not under your conscious control. It's not something that you can think about. It's not something that you can control by yourself. It's just something that happens. The functions of the parasympathetic nervous system are complete opposite of your sympathetic nervous system. So it's almost like the yin to your yang. You need to have these functions in order for your body to maintain homeostasis. So instead of having an increased heart rate and blood pressure, as you would with the sympathetic nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system decreases your heart rate and blood pressure. It constricts your pupils, constricts your bronchial muscles. It increases your digestion. It increases your production of saliva and mucus, and it increases your urine secretion. So like I was saying before, the main purpose of your parasympathetic nervous system is for your body to rest and digest, pretty much to calm it down from being activated by the sympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is controlled by 4 major cranial nerves. The first of which is going to be your oculomotor cranial nerve, and this is for pupil constriction. The next one is going to be your facial cranial nerve, and this nerve controls secretions of saliva and mucus in the mouth and nose, respectively. The next cranial nerve is your glossopharyngeal nerve, and this nerve helps provide extra saliva to the tongue. And then the last of these 4 cranial nerves is your vagus nerve, and this controls about 75% of all parasympathetic nerve fibers in your body. This nerve has many branches and many key organs, including the stomach, kidneys, liver, pancreas, gallbladder, etc. So this is the main controller of your entire parasympathetic nervous system. And then this last diagram is really just to provide a comparison between the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. Just kind of a quick glance. You can see that, like I was saying before, they almost act as like a yin to your yang, just to help kind of balance the body out and maintain that homeostasis.
Twitch, there you are. Oh, thank God. I was so worried that you got lost. Well, come on, let's go home. Oh my God, that's your snake? Yeah, this is my snake. This is Twitch.
You're insane.
What do you mean?
That thing
Twitch
just
is
fell out of a tree on me.
No, Twitch is really nice. I'm sure he would never hurt you on purpose.
Stay away.
Why? What's wrong?
He fell out of the tree and hit me. Made my heart start racing like it was beating out of my chest.
Oh.
I started sweating. I had to fight him or run away from him. I had no idea what I was gonna do.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean to scare you. He's actually really nice. He's my emotional support snake. We do everything together. We go to school together, we go have lunch together, we go on walks together, we sleep together. He's a really nice snake. You want to hold him?
No. No, thank you.
No. Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way about Twitch.
Me too.
Well, we're gonna get some lunch. Do you want to come?
No, I'm not hungry anymore after that.
Oh, well, okay. Twitch and I are gonna go take a nap then. Bye.
See?